how to remember all points in a descriptive answer. So this is the topic of the discussion today. Many students are struggling to remember all points in a descriptive answer. Let me consider one particular concept, that is eutrophication. Eutrophication. So here we have got almost 9 points, like that is the enrichment of water body causes the overgrowth of producers, that is the primary food producers, and the death of these may result in the death of the other inhabitants in the water body. Nitrates so all these 9 points are very, very important. So what is the first point? Enrichment. The water body is enriched. That is excessive. Second point, due to excessive growth of food producers. Pesticides. Third point, it causes the death of other inhabitants. So the nutrients of Fourth the water point, body, nitrates and phosphates enter into the water body. Fifth point, because of excessive fertilizers and pesticides, they are being used in the nearby crop field and they will penetrate into the water body. Okay. Plants. And these nutrients are very good for the growth of water plants, but excessive growth of water plants has resulted in the water body itself. The overcrowding result, and they also die there itself, so that results the drop in oxygen production. And thereby it kills the water animals. So point by point you can note down. Okay. So these are the key points, and let me try to, that is, convert this into a very short concept map. So let me consider the first point, that is, we are talking about the enrichment of water body, is it not? So let me put enrichment. So when I say enrichment, that is enrichment of water body. Let me put water body as W, enrichment of water body. What is the second point? See, the producers and its overgrowth. We talk about the producers and its overgrowth. This is the second point. And the third point is, that is death of inhabitant. Okay, so that results the death of other inhabitants. And then the nitrates and phosphates. These minerals or these salts, they actually seep into the water body because of the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides in the nearby crop field. And this causes nutrition. This act as nutrients to the water plants. So because of this, there will be overcrowd of water plants, and they may die in the same water body and decomposes. So that results drop in oxygen level in water body. And finally, it kills the aquatic animals. So these are the key points, and this can be converted into concept map also. We are talking about the water body, and the main topic is eutrophication. So eutrophication. You just follow me how I convert this as a concept map in flashcard. These are all the key points, and the key points should be converted into what? Concept map in flashcard. Eutrophication. Okay, now what are the key points or the primary nodes? We talk about the water body, and we talk about the producers, and then the death of inhabitants, then nitrates, phosphates, fertilizers. They are from fertilizers, so we can link these 2 points. And this acts as nutrients also, and that results overcrowd, and that has resulted lower of water level, then that kills the animals. So the main nodes are, these are called primary nodes. We talk about the water body, and here see, actually this enrichment and nutrients can be linked, is it not? So here the nutrients, that is the water body is enriched with nutrients. Okay, enriched with the nutrients. And how they get enriched? Because of 2. One is, that is phosphates and nitrates. And phosphates, and these nitrates and phosphates are obtained from fertilizers and pesticides. Overuse of fertilizers and pesticides, they are used from nearby crop field. Okay, so can put like this, right? And so this water body is enriched. What will happen? This results in overcrowd of what? Water plants, overcrowd of producers. And so we are talking about the water body, and we are talking about the excessive crowd, is it not? So what has happened here? The effect is, that is a drop in oxygen level. So you just, whether we have completed these points, we have completed this producer and overcrowd of producers, which is nothing but overgrowth. And what about this? Death of, this has a result in death of other inhabitants. And also other inhabitants means it can be, that is other plants or aquatic animals, right? Okay, so the key points are, we are talking about, I think that is, I have completed this overcrowd, and overcrowd and in fact a drop in level, and not only that, what has the death of this overcrowd and the death and decomposition. So we can put here, they die and decompose, and because of this, okay, they result in drop in oxygen level, and that results the death of other. Death means killing here, killing of other inhabitants. Okay, so I have completed these nutrients over, fertilizer over, death inhabitants, death of other inhabitants, all points are covered here. That's all. So we have got 9 points and all these are covered. So you just check it out. So this is the major point 1. We talk about the water body, and we talk about this overcrowd, and there is a drop in oxygen level. This is the main point. So these are the primary nodes, and these are the secondary nodes of this entire nodes. Now based on that, we can easily explain, and this can also be used for the teachers also to explain about eutrophication. Now let me explain based on this flashcard, and this can be prepared on a flashcard or the concept. This is called the concept map, and this concept map can be explained on a flashcard, using flashcard or A4 sheet, or this can be presented as a poster also. So students can be encouraged to prepare such type of posters or flashcard, and based on that they should be able to explain and present this topic, that is the concept eutrophication. Okay, and this will be useful for them also to memorize all these things. So how to memorize all these things is very simple. We talk about the first point is enrichment. So enrichment, rich, that is very important. So you can put enrichment. So rich, RI, and producers overgrowth. So producers, PRO, you can put PRO. Repro means enriched water body causes, produces overgrowth. Okay, and that results death also. Clear? Death of other inhabitants. And the fourth point is, so here we have enrichment, producer, overgrowth, and death. So we have 3 points here. And the next one is, that is NPFP. We can combine. So how they are enriched? Because of NP and FP. That is nitrates and phosphates obtained from the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides. So NPFP. Then we have that is nutrients increase. So this nutrients increase causes overcrowd. Okay, so we can put simply overcrowd. Okay, so here we have 2 points, here we have 2 points, and then finally that causes, that is oxygen drop level and kills the other aquatic animals and plants. So we have got 2 points here. Okay, so I have completed all these 9 points, and this is called the mnemonic. So this is the way you had to study, so that you can remember this. You can simply memorize all these things. For example, Reprodi, NPFP, Nucro, OD So you can by heart this by repeating this several times, this mnemonic. That is Reprodi, NPFP, Nucro, OD Reprodi, NPFP, Nucro, OD So when you are asked to explain what eutrophication is, then you can easily tell as mnemonic first, or you can write this as a mnemonic like a hypertext or web address, and based on that we can expand all these things. So what do you mean by Reprodi? Reprodi is enrichment of water body, and that results overgrowth of producers that causes death of other aquatic animals and plants also. So nitrates and phosphates, that is they are seeping into the water body from the nearby crop field where they are using excessive fertilizers and pesticides. And these nutrients are responsible for the overcrowding of what? These aquatic plants, that is water plants. And because of their death and decomposition, that is oxygen level comes down and that kills the other aquatic animals and plants. So this is the way you have to remember. Done? Okay, is it easy for you now? So always prepare. You should have some strategy for preparing such type of notes. So this is called the primary notes. You should take this from the textbook, and once it is completed means try to convert this as flashcard. Okay, so this is the flashcard concept, and this is the notes you are supposed to write or practice in your GP, that is guided practice notebook. Okay, and in the target practice you should be able to give the complete answer, not like this. These are all notes only, but the real text should appear with meaningful paragraph. Okay, like what we have studied in from the textbook. So from these notes it can be expanded, and this should be converted into meaningful sentences. Meaningful, each point should be converted into meaningful sentences, and you should be able to write this as target practice. Even here you should practice like this. Okay, and once GP is ready and you have to convert this into TP, and within the set time you should be able to complete all these things. Okay, so practice like this.